Okay, opinion tube. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk about Diddy, Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Sean Combs, Brother Love. That's what he called himself last time I heard. But I skimmed through the video. I didn't watch all of it. I'm not a basher of anybody. I don't kick people when they're down. I have no skin in the game. I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm just looking at this. That's it. I'm looking at it. I'm observing. And I'm going to make an opinion or an interpretation of how I feel about it. Now, from watching P. Diddy's climb from when he had the Notorious Big, the first time I ever heard of Biggie Smalls, I saw him throw your hands in it. Hey, if you was a true player, I remember that. Okay, fine. Now you going from there. Okay, then I find out who P. Diddy is. So Puffy at the time, Puffy was remixing old hits. And that's where he made his name. Then he built Bad Boy after he left Andre Harrell. I'm not sure where Andre Harrell was, but he was an executive for a record company. After he and Andre Harrell split, he was given enough, let's say, startup capital to start Bad Boy. This is what I know about P. Diddy. Nothing else. It's all entertainment to me. I'm just looking at it. Now, watching him go from a guy who appeared to be, he started out, I would say, he was a little more humble in the beginning when he used to wear his hat backwards and stuff. And they were talking about, he and Biggie were talking about the time Tupac got shot. They were sitting on his couch doing an interview. And Big was like, I was surprised. I thought that he was going to come back out of this. And Diddy was just sitting to the right, just looking at like wide-eyed. I think he might have been in his, he had to be in his 20s at the time, right? Okay. So, as Diddy got more and more influence, I'm not going to call it power because power is different than influence. As he got more and more influence, he appeared to get a little bit sloppy in his endeavors and his movements. Now, we don't know who Diddy met. We don't know who influenced him. We don't know the things that he was surrounded by. And that's not a justification for where he ended up. But once you get on that slippery slope, you know where you're going to land. Me, personally, I was told as a kid, if you ever had real attention, you don't even want it. If you've ever had real attention, you don't even want real attention. Real attention is when someone is always in your mix. And I was told this before internet, YouTube, all of the above, Instagram, all of that. I'm going with Tupac when he said, I want the money, F the fame, I'm a simple man. Now, what I think happened to P. Diddy, and this is just my interpretation or my opinion, is that he got enough influence and big enough. He got big enough to where he thought he was untouchable or above the law. Now, the people that he was dealing with who brought him up through the ranks, they may have been untouchable. They may have been above the law. We don't know. But as a black man, you definitely have to know that you will have some limitations. You will be limited, and you had better, is the best you can, keep your nose clean because somebody's always watching. And the game that they play, lots of times they will already have a way to get you out of here without you knowing it. So I believe that he felt like he had more power than he did. And you have to understand, people will play games with you and be nice to you and put up with your nonsense as long as it benefits them. The minute it doesn't, they coming back for your head. Let's see what Diddy had to say. Go, Diddy.
so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I made no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
I don't think you hit rock bottom. I think that you thought you were untouchable. Make it run.
I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy. I'm going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness.
Okay.
I'm truly sorry.
Okay, well, he's not asking for forgiveness. I'm going to interpret that as him saying, I'm just going to bite this bullet and don't feel sorry for me. You never know. Because clearly this man is on a whole different level. He's on a whole different level with things. So he has Puff Daddy has dealt with and been around lots of what do you call it, celebrities and other people, to the point to where we don't know what their dealings are. It's not what the average person has to deal with. Yeah, so that's my interpretation of the situation. Peace.